Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown, Dunkirk, and Westfield, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County. From supporting people with disabilities to enjoy great lives, to providing health care services that are available to anyone, the Resource Center has been improving our county for more than 60 years. Learn more about how the Resource Center makes a positive difference in people's lives. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Doc Hamels, and welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise. We have a great new episode for you today, and this is the time of year where I have one of my most favorite and anticipated shows of the year. How's that for a beginning, huh? Stay tuned because you're going to really enjoy this show. Right. Well, I don't know about you all, but this weather has been a little cuckoo. I have, I think, 14 different outfits that I've been wearing throughout the last week. I have my summer, my spring, my fall, and my winter clothes. Today was sort of like a betweener. I think it was like winter, fall. I had a summer jacket the other day. Well, at least it's not snowing. I'm okay with that. Anyways, hey, I want to welcome back my crew. They left me high and dry last week, and we had a substitute crew, and well, anyways, there's a story behind all that, but I'm just glad you're back. Always good to see you guys. And Justin, my main man here, you get to put the pin in. Yeah. Oh. What's this all about? Yeah, what's the story behind this? I see. Oh, it's a Merry Christmas present. Oh, thank you. Brody can't wait to see that. My dog in the beginning, it's almost about the same size as Brody. Very cool. Anyways, Justin and his dad and his brother were in Hawaii, and Randy called me the other day. So you guys make sure you put a pin in our map because now we'll cover. We heard you. You don't have to do it right now. All right. You don't want to be a camera. Anyways, so the thing is that we are streaming live, and you can watch us anywhere in the world and call us from anywhere in the world. And if you do want to call us, it's 716-753-5225. Or if you want to email us throughout the week, it's chautauquasunrise@gmail.com. Why would you email us? Well, I have a handful of announcements here that people have sent us, and we are happy to share that with you. What would you share? A fundraiser, an upcoming event, a club organization meeting, something of interest to the general public, a birthday, an anniversary, that sort of thing. So happy to do that. Also, I want to say good afternoon. Everybody's looking at me. What are you talking about? It's still morning. Good afternoon to all my listeners on WRFA 107.9, low power to the people. Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, and you're listening to me and my guest this morning and this afternoon for you guys. Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I just said that. So glad that we can share what we do here on the radio as well. Thanks, Jason Sample and crew over there. Okay, let's see. Coming up next week, we have a very, very special episode. It's our Christmas Day special. The crew and I decided, we took a vote. We thought probably it's not a good idea to show up here on Christmas morning. So it would be death by wife. So I decided, Chris and I, we put together a really special show. And I'm not going to tell you everything, Shane Hawkins, who's in the wings here, but that is a show you guys want to make sure. It's called Christmas is Past. Yeah. So I highlighted all the holiday shows that I've done for the last 9 years, even though we've only done 8 years here, but there was a year that I did something special with somebody, I'm not going to tell you, that I did another show. We did a half-hour Christmas program before I was on Chautauqua Sunrise with 2 other musicians that you know. Okay, anyways, there's a little teaser. All right. Folks, I want to get serious just for a moment, all right? County executive, the county health commissioner, the newspapers, I don't know what more we can say to the general public, but this COVID thing is really getting scarier and scarier for those that are unvaccinated. You got the first strain that came through and it wiped out a number of people. Then you got the Delta variant, and now there's Omicron. I think I said that correctly. And that's 3 different waves that are coming at us if we're not vaccinated. Yeah, you can still get this stuff if you're vaccinated, but it's not going to be quite as harmful, hopefully. But gosh, we've hit 800,000 people in our community, or in our country and our community. We've lost a number of people. Give yourself a Christmas present and go out and get a shot. I have had 2 COVID shots in the booster. I had my flu shot and my pneumonia shot this year, and I'm still sitting upright and doing okay. All right. So I'm advocating for it, and I hope that you at least think about it if you haven't been vaccinated, either for yourself and or for your family. That's that. All right, I have some announcements to share with you. I'll switch hands here. All right. So we're going to start out with slide 15, Jeff. Are you ready? Here we go. Whoop. Gotta get my glasses on first. I'm sitting here without my usual table and stuff, so I decided I gotta do a little. I don't have enough hands to do all this. Get over here. Okay, are we ready now? All right, slide 15. Infinity and Performing Arts welcomes new instructors. Look at that. All right, another bearded guy. First one on your left, Melissa Myers. She's an art instructor. She recently moved to the area after spending 20 years in Allegheny, New York, where she most recently taught K-12 in visual arts at Archbishop Walsh and Southern Tier Catholic School. Prior to that, she spent 10 years in her business selling art supplies, picture framing, running an art gallery, and holding classes for adults and children. She developed a summer art camp in conjunction with the Quick Art Center on the campus of St. Bonaventure University for ages 6 to 12, which gave area children a deep dive into many different kinds of art. Melissa works with many different mediums, from mixed media to watercolor, alcohol inks to oil, painting, and a whole lot more. Melissa is graduated from JCC with a degree in art in Buff State, my alma mater, Buff State College with a bachelor's in design. The beautiful scenery around Chautauqua Lake has become the inspiration for many new paintings over last winter. She is a board member of the North Shore Arts Alliance and Tri-County Arts Council. Both groups support local artists and bring art to the forefront of the communities they serve. She loves to teach art skills to children of all ages and watching their creativity blossom. She is very excited to be able to do this at Infinity and looking forward to developing new area artists of all ages. Then, Dana Nordland, photography instructor and drum instructor. That's kind of an interesting combination. Sometimes this is a quote, Sometimes it feels as if I have just started my journey. The red glow of the darkroom has been replaced by a computer screen, but the magic still exists in the learning process. If you talk to 10 photographers, you would most likely get 10 different perspectives regarding what is most important to each of those individuals with respect to this art form. This is the beauty of our art. Deep within these different lies a lesson. Within these differences lies a lesson. Okay, it's a word, not a verb. See what happens in the morning on Saturday? In December 2002, Dana Nordland ventured out on his own and opened Dana Nordland Photography. He became a member of the Southwestern New York Association of Professional Photographers, called SNAP. That's cool. In 2003, and became vice president the very next year, the president for the next 3 years. After becoming a member of the Professional Photographers of America in 2004, Dana earned the Certified Professional Photographer designation in 2005. Wow. In 2010, in January, he made a trek to Nashville, Tennessee to receive his Photographic Craftsman degree from the Professional Photographers of America. Here we go with all the P's again. I was just talking about that. Along with this degree, he became a member of and received the Educational Associate degree from the American Society of Photographers in 2015, becoming one of 40 individuals to hold the degree at that time. Wow. In January 2020, he received his photographic master degree, and his journey continues. He is excited to introduce students to this art form. Well, I guess so, but I'm not done. Dana has been drumming since he was in the 5th grade. When he was in those early days of learning, he practiced on a little piece of wood with a chunk of rubber on it. I think a lot of guys did. He had to learn stick control. Hang on, I got to do this multitasking here. I remember my cousin had like a drum pad, something similar. They tap on anything. All right. And he learned the rudiments of drumming. It was awful. He had to be forced to practice, and he was downright unhappy about it. Then for Christmas, he got a snare drum. Ooh. As soon as his sticks cracked that first note, it was hard to get him to stop. My mother picked wisely. She gave us guitars. He loved the sound of the drum. It became a part of him. As the years flew by, he recorded in studios and played with many talented musicians. The drum has always been part of who he is. Folks, we're going to talk about Infinity today, so I'm not going to give you all their address and phone numbers because we're going to share that in a little bit. So let's continue on with our announcements. So if you have traveled about the county and you've gone to all the Santa festivals and the parades that have been happening, there's something going up towards Buffalo. Actually, it's in Buffalo, and it's called the Hofbräu House Christmas Market. And Barb and I went there last week, and it was kind of fun. Well, it was fun, except it was a little windy. But they have a Christmas market there. It's down on Scott Street in Buffalo, downtown. And what you see there is all these little buildings, and they have gifts and various things for sale. And it's based on the European Christmas market. So fortunately, Barb and I were in Germany, and we went to a couple Christmas markets over the years. And they have heated drinks and good things that smell good to eat and cookies. And we bought 2 little gnomes. One looks just like me. Except his hat goes straight up. It's like, whoop, it's like straight up. Anyways, and so it was a lot of fun. And at the Hofbräu, it's a German restaurant, and they have live German music if you like Papa. And they're all dressed in traditional garb there, the waiters and waitresses and lederhosen and all that. So it's going to take place today and tomorrow. It was yesterday, but they start from 12 to, I think, 7 both days, today and tomorrow. And so check it out if you want something a little different to do in Western New York. All right. Hang on. See what I give up for you guys? Okay. Now, this is from the Chamber of Commerce. Purchase Chamber gift cards. I mentioned this last week, but I couldn't remember what the name of the cards were. By now, you may be down to searching for that last-minute gift. or stocking stuffers. And I used to be that way, but now that I'm retired, I have a little extra time. I'm like 2 days earlier. And the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce is just the right thing to fill that need. It's their brand new, here we go, Shop Local CHQ gift card. It used to be called Chautauqua. It's the same gift card you've known and bought for years. It's a new look. This gift card can be used in 140 local merchants throughout Chautauqua County when you purchase local wines, gift items, or groceries. I've gone to restaurants with them. Excuse me. The old Chautauqua gift card is still in circulation, and they still are valid. They do not expire and can still be used alongside the new Shop Local CHQ gift card. We remind Chamber member businesses that they accept the cards and to be sure to let the cashiers know to process both the old and the new cards as well. Okay, so we've talked about this over and over again, especially with the COVID, how it's hit our whole economy, that if you can find a way to locate a business locally, support them the best you can. I do. Okay, and finally on that is remember the joy in holiday shopping? You can find it again when you shop at small, locally owned businesses. Small Business Saturday is already gone, but you can shop small every day when you choose to support local businesses. There are dozens of small, locally owned businesses dotting every corner of Chautauqua County and packed with gift items that will fit your list and your budget. Whether you're looking for games, books, toys, home decor, clothing, artisan-made soaps, local wines, a whole lot more, you find all those products at small local businesses right here in our own communities. Savor the shopping experience and find unique and special gifts for your family and friends. Okay, so that's not on Shop Local. And then this next one is Save the Date. And this, I know Randy likes this one a lot. January 22nd. It doesn't seem that far away, does it? This is always a popular one. It's called Doors Open Jamestown. All right, January 22, mark your calendar. It's a day that offers local residents a chance to visit numerous local attractions and be a tourist in your own hometown at no charge. I'll tell you more about that as we get more information because they give me the whole list. But anyways, January 22 could be a fun day for you. All right, what's going on for the rest of this weekend? All right, what's today's date, Justin? All right, I got to make sure I announce these right because sometimes they're already passed. All right, from today to January 6th, Christmas at Santa's Workshop, open Mondays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day at the Fenton History Center at 67 Washington Street in Jamestown. Visit the center, which has been festively decorated for the holidays, and experience the 2021 holiday exhibit, Christmas at Santa's Workshop. Visitors will also learn about the traditions and history of Santa Claus. There will also be a special candlelight. That was last night. All right, admissions $10 for adults and free for children and free for Fenton History Center members as well. Hey, if you want more information, give them a call at 664-6256. Okay, today and tomorrow, Ugly Christmas Sweater Weekend from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Liberty. I had a reaction from the audience here. All right, let's try this again. Today and tomorrow, Ugly Christmas Sweater Weekend from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day at Liberty Vineyards Winery up there on Route 20 in Sheridan, New York. Dig that ugly Christmas sweater out of your closet for this fun wine tasting event. Wear your ugly sweater to the winery to enter a drawing for some great prizes. While you enjoy award-winning wines, there will also be a Christmas photo booth and a variety of gift baskets available for purchase. No tickets or reservations are necessary unless you'll be arriving in a large group. Give them a call at 672-4520. You know, I digress for a moment. People always say, well, dig out that old ugly Christmas sweater. Well, what if somebody you know gave it to you and now you're walking around, you know, I mean, I don't do that. No, death by wife. All right, I mention that quite often, don't I? All right, today all the way through the 27th of February. Wow. Sleigh rides at Chautauqua from 1 to 3 p.m. each Sunday and Saturday. Why don't they go Saturday and Sunday? At the Chautauqua Institution at 10 Robert Street in Chautauqua, New York. Tour the grounds of Chautauqua Institution by horse-drawn sleigh. Rides are provided by State Line Draft Horse Club of Southwestern New York and Northwestern Pennsylvania. Tickets may be purchased in person at the Chautauqua bookstore, and rides load and unload in the adjacent parking lot. No rides will be held on Christmas Day. For more information, 357-6250. 357-6250. Which reminds me, if you are watching this show and go, what was that phone number again? Good news. You can go on YouTube and look up this show, and you can go back and over again and get those phone numbers. All right, finally, Being the Ricardos, the show at the Reg Linné Center for the Arts. I guess most of us grew up watching I Love Lucy. Either it was the original or reruns. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I was watching reruns or not. I think they were the originals. Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem star in Being the Ricardos, and that's going to be on Saturday, December 18th, today at 8 p.m. during one production week of I Love Lucy. From table read through Friday audience taping, Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz face a series of personal and professional crises that threatens their show, their careers, and their marriage. In writer-director Aaron Sorkin's behind-the-scenes drama, Being the Ricardos is rated R and is 125 minutes long. Admission is $10. So that's today at 8 p.m. So if you're done with your Christmas shopping and you got something you wanted to do today that's different and interesting, check out the Reg. All right, 8 o'clock tonight. All right, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back with my guests who are anxiously waiting to come on. Stay tuned.
Why should young people care about the spread of coronavirus? Well, we know that people with underlying medical conditions over the age of 60 are at highest risk, but they've got to get it from somebody.
So we're asking everyone to be selfless for others so that we can protect those who are most susceptible.
Not going to bars, not going to restaurants. It all just means physical separation so that you have a space between you and others.
For more information on how you can social distance, please go to coronavirus.gov.
Okay, we're back. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm going to pause right now and let my crew figure this out. All right. We're back. Okay. This happens. Think about being live all the time. This is live TV. This is real TV. All right. I want to welcome back to the show who's been on my show, I don't know how many times, a lot of times, Shane Hawkins, the executive director of Infinity. Welcome back, Shane.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And, I say that with all great sincerity. I really look forward to this show.
We do too.
I mean, it's like, wow, I can't wait to see what you have. I mean, I've lost track of how many of your students have been on the show, but there've been a lot.
Yes.
We've dragged in keyboards, and we've had guitars and singers and all kinds. I don't know. Do we have a drummer? Somebody did one of those squash hitbox things when you're instructor. I forgot what you call it, cajones or whatever.
Yeah, a cajon.
I think that doesn't sound right, but I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it sounds like something you should buy at a bakery. Can I have 3 cajones, please? All right. So, folks that are watching right now, Shane, they've heard me talk about Infinity, how cool it is. But how about the elevator speech? What is Infinity Performing Arts?
The elevator speech. Infinity is a youth program, and we offer music, art, dance, and theater lessons. And it's fantastic. It's more about youth development than just straight artistic,
right?
Technical skills.
Even in schools, I think we've said when there's budget cuts, don't cut the arts.
Right.
Music is mathematical. Dance is phys ed. Or I mean, it's more than just what it seems. It entails so many different parts of the brain development and how we think and do, and just our personalities in it. I know this seems hard to believe, but I was a really shy kid. I really was. I mean, I would hardly ever talk. And somehow when I got into music, that really opened my world up big time.
Mm-hmm. It's empowering.
Very empowering.
Yeah.
Were you part of Infinity as a kid?
No, I was not. It didn't exist, first of all.
All right.
And I just was never exposed to music or art classes. We didn't have the funding for that and in the household, and just never was exposed. So when I had my own kids, I thought, what will happen if you expose children to these music lessons?
Unbelievable things happen.
Yeah,
with
from
your
two
kids.
non-musical parents, pretty much. Yeah, it changed our lives
We'll
for
talk
sure.
a little bit more about that. How long has Infinity been around?
22 years, 1998. Ron Graham started it.
Yeah, I actually remember reading about it in the newspaper.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a picture of him and a couple of students with like a keyboard and some drums or something. Was
One
that
of
you?
the original students, right there.
You're an original. All right, so let's bring her on. So why don't you introduce her and
Yes.
tell the folks what she does and so on. And so go ahead.
JamieLee Bonfiglio Davis, and she was an instructor for 6 years? Yes, so 6 years an instructor at Infinity, and I've been begging her to come on full time since that time. She's a performer, she's an actress, she's a musician, vocalist, and she can do things for Infinity that I never could. So in August of this year, she agreed to come on full time. So things have changed a lot since then. And
So she's sort of like your right
she is our
hand.
artistic director, and I can hand all of that stuff over to Jamie, and she knows how happy I am about
Yes,
that.
she
so.
tells me every day.
And she will continue.
I hope
yes.
so.
Well,
That's
Jamie,
the goal.
welcome back to the show. You've been
Thank
here a
you.
couple times.
I have been.
You know, my favorite memory of you is being out in the hall with your students and just making all kinds of noise before the show, warming up voices
Yes.
and things like that. So,
Yeah, that's
you know,
what I love.
I always love these hyphenated names. Mine's not. So on the way over here, I decided to change my name. So I'll be Dr. John Kennedy Roosevelt Hamels. I'll get some famous names into my name.
Go for it.
Go for it. You know, guys, we don't hyphenate our names. I think we should hyphenate them. That sounds cool. Sounds really. It's hard to fit all that on the screen, though.
I apologize. That's my mom and my dad. You know, gotta represent all of
Very
them.
cool. I see football players are doing that now. You know?
Yeah, see,
the back of their jerseys are getting like
I was
two
just
rows of
progressive.
names. Huh?
I was just progressive.
Yeah, there
My
you
mom
go.
started a little early, but yeah.
So tell me about your beginnings with Infinity. Did you start with Ron?
I did. Actually, my cousin Steve Davis,
Mm-hmm.
and was like, "We need some singers for this group. I want to start a group." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." You know, we're in high school. Let's do it. So we go over to, you know, his mom and dad's house. That you know, it's still there, and we start practicing in the basement with a couple of other cousins and friends. And Ron started facilitating us and bringing us together and really helping us to grow as a group together. And then we started performing, and it just has evolved into this incredible. I mean, we watched it evolve as you know, I guess performers initially, and then becoming students.
Is Steve your cousin? You said, right?
Steve is my cousin.
Is he the piano player?
He is a piano player.
He's the awesome piano player.
He's also an instructor at Infinity.
Okay, because I remember when we did Home for the Holidays 2, I think Steve performed.
Probably.
Probably.
Pretty sure, because I was,
Yeah.
we were all on stage at the end, because Russell and I performed that
Yes.
year. So really
Yeah,
great.
he's extremely
Very
talented. We're very
talented.
honored to have him at Infinity as
Wow.
well as one of our instructors. So,
So
yeah,
you-
we've been together since we were little. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you're a credit to Infinity. That's really cool.
Absolutely. So when I went away for school, and then I lived my life a little bit, and then I decided to come back to town, and I started instructing at Infinity, like Shane said, about 6 years ago, and what an incredible experience it was. So I worked full time, and then I would go, exhausted after your 9 to 5, and be invigorated by kids like these.
Yeah.
Like you would just start teaching someone and show them, and then it would click in their head, and it just you go home excited. And I kept being excited, and I would give Shane tons of ideas and say, Shane, we can do this. And she's like, okay, why don't you do it?
Whatever you're talking about, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. So after 6 years of that, I am now able to do it. It also helped that we had an amazing grant Shane and Stephanie found that afforded the opportunity for these kids to have a really cool year this year at Infinity. It's unlike anything that we've ever had before. Shane can speak more to the grant specifically,
You
but
talking about Stephanie Rogers?
yes, Stephanie.
Where is she right now?
Georgia.
Georgia, Steph. Good morning. I know she watches the show.
She
Yes.
does, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, you're a singer.
I am, and a performer. But yes, I'm in a
Performer, what does that
band
mean?
too. I do theater. So
Okay.
yeah, so I don't just sing. It's
I don't know
all
if you're like
about.
a stand-up comedian
No, I'm not that funny. No, but I could teach one how to have good stage presence.
or
So
there you go. It's all part of it.
yeah,
It's all
yes,
part of it.
everything is.
So as far as the singing goes, have you taken it professionally out? I mean, do you sing in a group? Or?
I do. I'm in a band called Uptown Fever.
Mm-hmm.
We do Motown Disco and Funk, and we usually do some of the bigger things like the Labor Day Fest down at the Comedy Center. We were there this
Really?
summer. Yeah.
How come I don't know this?
Well, now you
I'll
do.
check
I'll
it
make
out.
sure to send us in
Please do.
your email, and every time we do
We'll
something.
announce it here.
Yeah,
We'll
Uptown
show
Fever.
up. So who is your person that you like to emanate when you sing?
Myself. So it's really, so when you're younger, you start wanting, and I've actually, Ellie and I've had this conversation, sounding like other artists. And then you realize I have my own voice. So I might like their music, but now it's time for Jamie to
There you go.
recognize and love my own voice and listen to myself, because that's how we get better.
Yeah.
And by me singing like the next artist, I'm not being original, so.
All right, let me ask a question a different way. then.
Sure.
Who influenced you when you were younger?
Oh gosh, where do you start? Aretha,
Okay.
Whitney Houston. I
There you
mean,
go, yeah.
Michael Jackson. When I
Sure.
was little, like my sister had a poster of him on the wall, and I was like doing the moonwalk or attempting to do the moonwalk.
Yep.
So, but there's just so many artists out there that I loved. Ella Fitzgerald,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
my dad loved a lot of, like, I remember his vinyls, and he'd be out there dancing, and we'd all be up dancing with him, and it just, we had so, like, my parents loved music,
Right.
and then I just started kind of joining like little theater groups, like I was a junior guilder,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was
Junior
in,
Guilders,
yeah,
Bob Terryberry and all those
yes, yeah, great, and dancing, and then a cappella choir with Brian Bogey as an instructor was probably the most influential thing in my life. He pushed me to get out of my shell. I was also very shy, Doc.
Yeah, it seems hard to believe. Yeah.
I know, people don't believe me. When I'm like, no, ask my mother. I used to cry when people said hi to me. I would bawl, like, and shake uncontrollably, like, but theater and singing and performing, I just loved it.
Yeah.
And now I get to work with kids who love it and help them who, I was in their shoes. Like, we've experienced this together. Like, they can tell you firsthand. Dom over here can tell you, like, he wanted to perform for many years, and then he's like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. And when you hear him, you're gonna be like, okay, kid, you're ready. You've been ready, and it's just so good. And I was there,
Yep.
so to be able to watch them and grow from the shy people that we were, and now you guys can be up here with me one day. And,
Yeah.
you know,
How
doing
cool
this
is that?
stuff, so yeah.
You know, people ask me all the time, are you nervous before you go on stage? I go for like the first chord. Because I want to make sure the guitar's tuned right or whatever I'm playing at the moment. But, you know, we all start somewhere. And I'm so happy to have you folks, these younger folks on. We're going to meet them right now. So let's introduce whoever you want to introduce first.
Well, since I've been talking about Dom, I'll start right here.
Okay.
Dominick Brown here.
Hi.
What?
Good morning. All right, so let me get this right. Dominick J.L. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the J.L. stand for?
James Lamar.
So no hyphenations. So you've
No.
got to put those hyphens in there now.
No, just my middle names.
Yeah. So how long you been with Infinity?
I would say,
3 months.
yeah, about 3 months. I haven't been with Infinity for long at all.
You've been with Infinity for 3 months, and you brought him here today. This must be
Yes.
something really special.
So-
I mean, the other students they had here came on. They had like 12 years or like
So-
10 years.
so-
I made that up.
Yeah.
I made that up. All right.
So-
for 3 months. All right.
Yeah.
So tell me your story. How did you get involved with Infinity?
Well, I've always loved music. I've always loved like old, like 60s music.
Wait a minute. We mean old. Yes. Go ahead.
But I've always loved music like that, and I've always loved to sing, but I was never really ever confident in my voice or anything like that. But I was in 6th grade, and I did the musical Hairspray for
Oh, yeah.
JCC.
With Adam
And I
Owens?
was with, what?
With Adam Owens?
Yes.
Yeah. Adam's been here. He's a Gilder too, right?
No.
No, he wasn't?
No.
Oh, I thought he was. Okay.
But it was a really great experience for me, and after that, I really didn't do much after that. I kind of just stopped. But then recently, I kind of had like more confidence. I really wanted to get out there, and I really wanted to start doing what I love to do, and yeah.
So do you just sing, or do you play an instrument?
I just sing, yeah.
Okay. So you said the old music of the 60s. All right. I get it. It is old.
Gotta own it.
So what particular style of music influenced you or that you were interested?
I really love like soul music.
Temptations.
Yes, I actually seen them up at Chautauqua. So that was really fun. But yeah, I've always loved like old, like Motown.
Okay.
I've loved Aretha. Just many different artists.
Yeah. You know, I grew up in Buffalo, and that whole Motown scene was huge,
Yes.
and the blues, and it's just moves you. It's just
Yeah.
it's hard to explain, isn't it? And you know, I was mentioning that I said the Temptations, and it does that. My Girl. You know?
Yeah.
And if you listen to radio, when you hear do do do. Everybody knows
Everybody
that
knows
song.
that song.
It's just
Classic.
the bass starts and everybody's ready for My Girl, and it was great music. And there's a lot of good music still, but it's interesting. I find that folks your age group, they're going back to some of that rudimentary rock and roll stuff.
What Dom isn't telling you too, he can probably give you a history lesson on Motown, and actually he's got a ton of underground artists that people, and he brings them to me all the time. Artists that I've heard of, and I'm like, why do you know them? But he has such a passion for it, and actually he's been doing this for many years. Like Dom and I, we met in Hairspray as well. That's how we originally met. He just sent me a picture of us from when he was this little, and we had such a good time there. And he's such a talent. And you asked, you know, how did he get here after 3 months? Because he's worked hard to be here. Like he went home and practiced every day, and like from even he's performed twice live now, and that's the first time he's ever performed. But from even the first time to the second time, like the improvement, like he's earned it.
Excellent. What do you want to do with your voice?
That's a really good question.
That's okay.
I really don't know exactly what I want to do with my voice. But I definitely would like to put it to use.
Okay. Well, and
Great
that's
answer.
good to put it to use. That's really important because you can do it in so many ways. Share a little story with you. I know this is going to seem really hard to believe, but I was a first soprano at 10 years old in a boys choir with a Croatian choir master when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Then I was a second soprano,
Sounds right.
and then I was an alto, and now I'm a baritone bass. But during those years, I learned to sing falsetto and things like that, because as you all know, your voice now becomes like an instrument, and if you learn to tune it and use it, it's really, really, really cool. Well, good for you. So tell me a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
You know, I've grown up in Jamestown. I was born and raised here. Never really left the area or anything. My story really isn't that interesting, to be honest.
Stop.
And so you go to Jamestown?
Yeah, I go to Jamestown High School.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Okay,
I'm in 10th grade.
all right. Okay, brothers, sisters?
I do have an older brother, yeah.
Okay, cool. This is a live show. I forgot to tell you that we sometimes get phone calls because people actually are watching. So Mike from Portland, good morning.
Hi, Doc. How are you?
I'm fine. Caught you off guard, didn't I?
You did. Usually you make some type of announcement or something, and I'm prepared. And well, I didn't really have well, I guess I shouldn't say I don't have much to say. I just wanted to call you before the year ended, and it probably is my last chance.
Well, thanks, Mike.
Because next year, I knew you'd be pre-recorded anyways. I didn't expect any of you guys to come in on Christmas morning. So, just to say Merry Christmas and show you guys a Happy New Year.
We'll be here for New Year's Day, right?
Are you doing a live show?
Yes. We're going to do our predictions and resolutions and all that stuff we do every year with the crew.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, hope last year it got snowed out. Hopefully.
Well, nonetheless, we're planning to be live New Year's Day here.
Oh, Okay, well, that's good.
All right.
That's good. Like I said, I don't want to take up too much of your time on your interviews with Infinity this morning, but I did just want to say, hello before the year ended.
All right. Well, happy holidays to you, Mike, and your family, and take care.
Okay, thank you. You too.
All right. Great.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. Okay. Mike from Portland, New York. We got people that call in from all around. Dom, let's talk a little bit more, and let's find out what did you bring here today as far as your video. I'll let you frame it and talk about it.
I sang This Christmas by Donny Hathaway.
Okay.
It's been one of my favorite Christmas songs for a few years now. I don't know, I wanted to sing it.
All right, so this is, what's the name of it again? I'm
This
sorry.
Christmas.
This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. Okay, Jeff, here we go.
Hang all the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together this Christmas, by your side is blazing bright, we're caroling through the night.
Well, that was a teaser.
Yeah,
We
it
want more. Dom, you were awesome.
Thank you.
How does that make you feel watching that now?
To be honest, I'm like embarrassed of it. I'm not, when I hear my voice, I'm not pleased with it when I hear it.
What would you do differently?
I don't know really. I think I would probably practice a lot more because I feel like I have a lot of imperfections and I want to sound perfect.
Don't ever give up on that thought because you just keep working at it and working at it. But also love yourself. Okay? I sometimes have to, this is show 389.
Oh, wow.
And I think I've only watched myself twice.
That's why he does it live.
but I understand about listening to yourself, and it takes a little while to get used to it and to like it. But the thing is, you're different. Nobody else sounds like you.
Yeah.
And just like Jamie was saying, you're going to create your own style over time. I gotta. This is a guy question. Okay, so ladies, you don't have to worry about this. When did your voice crack?
When did my voice start cracking or in the song?
When you're singing or talking or whatever. Mine was like around 11 or 12 years old.
I was probably around 12, 13 years old. Yeah, my voice started cracking.
And you got past that part. That's the part's the toughest part for guys for singing, because you're going from this kind of young kid voice to this deeper, richer voice, and all of a sudden, where'd that come from?
And it's still going to change. And
Yeah.
he knows
That's
that.
very
Yeah.
irritating.
He knows that it's still going to change, and he's going to keep working through it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. And that was a teaser, but that's because we haven't aired any of these live yet. So we do all of our Kaleidoscope nights. All of our performances happen digitally, so we record them all pre. So this is going to be showing up on Infinity's Facebook stream live. Either the 22nd, 23rd, or 24th. You're just going to have to watch to see the rest of it. And actually, that's just the beginning. You should see, you see him actually let go of himself and get into the song. It always is hard to start off.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then,
absolutely.
and then you did later on. He didn't know what part of the clip we did. Stephanie Rogers actually picked the clips, so I didn't do it. So don't be mad at me.
Well, John, is that the first time you've seen this?
Yes, that's the
I
first
saw you
time.
put your hands over your head. Oh my God! What an opportunity for you to stand up there and on a stage and all that sort of thing. And your stage is superior to what it used to be.
Yeah.
I remember playing on the old stage with you guys. It was like about 3 feet deep, and we're all cramped together and that sort of thing.
And
So
it's the
really,
second
really
time
good.
ever doing a solo in his life.
Second time ever doing a solo. Very nice. Well done. All right. We got another young student here that wants to join
do.
us.
I'll
All
let-
right. So
I'll let
we'll get
Jamie
back to you,
introduce
Dom, in a little
her,
bit. All right.
All
So
right.
what do we have here?
This is Ellie Dalton.
Oh, is that what you look like? All I've seen is you with a mask the whole morning here.
Yeah.
Okay, good morning, Allie.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, you?
I'm okay. You excited to be here? I can tell.
Yeah.
You're ready to burst. So you're a vocalist as well?
Yes.
Okay. So what's your story? How'd you get involved with Infinity?
I've been with Infinity for about 4 years, but I didn't get. We've been trying to get with Jamie, but she's had a lot of people, and I was on the waiting list, and it just.
Wait a minute. She's in demand? Jamie is?
But I
have no respect for you.
over the summer, I finally got a chance to sing with her and take lessons with her. So I've started taking lessons with her I've been taking lessons with her for maybe about a few months. Mm-hmm. But I've been a vocalist at Infinity for a few years.
I know some of the vocalists Jamie's worked with, and that's a very nice tribute to you, Jamie.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah. Are you a soprano?
I'm a soprano 1.
Soprano 1.
Yes.
I used to be there. I did. I used to be the captain of the choir, a boys' choir. I was the head guy. Oh. Singing for 4 years, or
I've been singing since I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
I sang my first solo when I just turned 2.
You got him beat.
Two different stories.
Two different stories, and that's right. And we all come through differently, don't we? Regardless of whether it's the arts or math or whatever it is, we all come through our own story. So, 2 years old. So, what were you singing at 2 years old?
Oh, I don't remember the name.
Okay.
It was at a festival. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
So.
That's all right. So, your early influences in music, I mean, who are some folks that you enjoy or you like?
I really like the Beach Boys.
Holy crow, we're all going back to the 60s together.
I've been to I went to a concert of theirs in Chautauqua when I was in about 5th grade.
Okay.
Really, my mom introduced me to them, and I basically fell in love with them. They've been one of my favorite
Your
bands.
mom's here today.
Yes.
And Dom's grandma's here today, so thanks for coming along to the studio today. So you're responsible for the Beach Boys, huh? Okay.
My mom is very supportive in my singing career, and it really helps.
Yeah. My father used to ask me a very difficult question. We'd be standing around talking about my band that used to play in the basement, and they were very patient. But one day he said to me, "Do you know how to play Far, Far Away?" And I said, "Who wrote that?" He says, "No, can you play Far, Far Away?" Like, get out of my basement. Sorry, Dad. So, supporting you in what way?
Well, she's helped me a lot with she's also a singer. She won't admit it, but she has a really good voice.
Oh, no.
And she doesn't sing really in front of people. She barely sings in front of me because sometimes I secretly record her because her voice is really beautiful and I love it.
Family secrets here on TV forever and ever.
She has also been very supportive in my acting career. I've been wanting to be an actress since I was little, and she's just been very supportive in that way. And same with the rest of my family. They've always been supportive of all my solos, dance and theater, all of it. They've been very supportive.
So as far as the Beach Boys, that's multi voices. So is there one particular artist that stands out that you enjoy listening to?
I really like a lot of artists. I feel like I like Olivia Rodrigo. I really like her songs. But I like a lot of different artists.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we're going to hold this conversation because we have another phone call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Doc, and good morning to all your guests with all their talent. This is Linda Spalding calling. I think it's great that you're on the show and you're talking about pursuing your dreams in the field of art and music. So good luck to all of you.
Well, thank you. Well, yeah. So, Lynn, you got all your Christmas shopping done?
Yes.
Okay, because, you know, the local Chautauqua, you can still go buy things locally.
Well, I shop locally, and I also send things by mail.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
It's very easy that way because I have so many friends and family members out of town.
Okay,
So,
I'm gonna call upon you to impress our two singers here. Okay, you ready? Who's your famous grandson, Linda?
well, I have two.
Well,
Nick
name
Carter and Aaron Carter.
from.
Well, Nick is with the Backstreet Boys.
And she refuses to let him come on my show.
Well, if he comes around, he probably will. I guess he's coming to Rochester, I think, in July with the Backstreet Boys. Okay. And I hope to see him then.
And where did he go to high school?
Well, he
Part of the
was
time, anyways?
born at the time WCA Hospital
In Jamestown?
in Jamestown,
Mm-hmm.
January 28th.
Day after my birthday.
1980, and I was there when he was born. He was living in Westfield
Okay.
for a time, then in Mayville.
So a local guy, right?
A local guy,
That
yes.
made singing.
Then they moved to Florida
Mm-hmm.
when he was around 4,
Mm-hmm.
and he went to schools there
Okay.
in Florida, at Tampa.
So what I'm getting at is, matters not where you're born or whatever, but people in this county have gone on to do fabulous things with their voices and stuff. All right, well, you going to see all your family for the holidays?
In spirit. In spirit.
And zooming and
You know,
everything.
I'm kind of very cautious about this COVID thing.
We all are.
Yeah, even though I've been vaccinated, I wear a mask,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't go to a lot of places
Mm-hmm.
because it's mutating and changing form, and it's contagious. And
Right.
I know a lot of people that have gotten it, and
Yeah.
my nephew was hospitalized a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, boy.
He's a microbiology teacher at Erie County Community College.
Oh, gosh.
And he collapsed, and he was vaccinated. He collapsed. He had to be rushed to Mercy Hospital and then Sisters, and he was there for quite a few days before he was released.
So going right along with what everybody else is saying, just do what you got to do to be safe. And
Yeah, and you know, I'd like to say something for the people that don't want to get vaccinated for whatever reason they have. That's fine if you don't want to get vaccinated, but don't go around other people who are vaccinated.
All right, there you go.
Because it is a community health threat,
Mm-hmm.
whether they want to admit it or not. And so if they don't want to get it vaccinated for whatever reason, that's fine, but don't go around the other people, because it's spreading.
Okay. All right, Lynn, thanks for calling in and saying the nice things about these folks. Keep watching the show.
Good luck with everything. Pursue your dreams. Always pursue your dreams. Always have dreams. and I wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
You too, Linda.
And I'm so happy that people had a joyful Hanukkah, and we've got Kwanzaa coming up too. So
There you go.
Have a great time.
All right, thanks, Lynn. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So dreams happen in Chautauqua County.
Yeah.
Nick Carter, pretty cool, huh? And his brother. Allie, we have a clip from you. So you frame it for us and tell us about what we're going to see here.
I sang the First Noel, and that's a song I've liked for a while, and I've never really gotten the chance to sing it outside of my house. So I was really excited that when I was found out that I was doing the Christmas Kaleidoscope night, I was like, oh, I want to do the First Noel.
So are you guys were picked to do that show?
No, we signed up for it, and yeah.
Okay. All right, so this is the First Noel. This is the traditional version, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Jeff, let's roll that tape.
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields where they lay, in fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night.
That was you?
Yes.
You're serious? I would have not wow. That's all I can say is wow. Both of you, wow. But I'm looking at it going like, you got a dress on and all that stuff. Wow.
Yes. Yes, because that's part of the performance, and I highly encourage them to make sure, like when they're on stage, they're presenting themselves. And when you sing a song like the First Noel, you want to make sure you're up there and presenting yourself. And she came out there, and I go, okay, you're ready. She looked fabulous.
She did.
And sang beautifully.
Very nice voice, very rich. I'm gonna go back to Dom now for some questions. All right, so you've been with Infinity all of 3 months. So you can talk to the camera if you want, or anybody that's watching, listening to this, because I know you guys are going to share this all around the world. Well, every time I have Infinity, I have like 1,000 hits on the show. What would you say to anybody that's thinking about joining Infinity, or a parent that's thinking about, that make a nice Christmas gift? Why would they want to go to Infinity?
I think that a lot of people, anybody could go to Infinity. It's a very welcoming place. As soon as you walk into the door, you feel welcomed by the person sitting at the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's very friendly there. Everybody's welcome there. And it's really nice. It really is.
Very nice. And Ellie, same question. Why?
Well, they help a lot with whatever your passion is, vocal, arts, dance. Musicians. It's really, and like you said, it's a very welcoming place, and it just the vibe that Infinity gives off, like just being in the room, is just it makes you feel like safe and
comfortable.
Comfortable. That's a good word, comfortable. And you do the masking and social distancing and all
yes.
that stuff?
You're pretty much masked the whole time, unless you're like in a separate room when you're singing. You don't have to be masked, because it makes it difficult to sing. And it's but in the waiting areas, in the hallways, pretty much masked the whole time. But we have there's separate rooms at Infinity,
yes.
and they've got like a mic system, and so you're not in the same room as your instructor, so you can take your mask off, and it makes it comfortable being there, because you know that they take COVID very seriously, and you feel like you're safe, and you don't have to worry about COVID.
We're down like 2 minutes. Like, what the heck happened here? Shane, where is Infinity, and how do they get a hold of you if they want to participate in that?
Website's the best way to learn more about Infinity, so infinityperformingarts.org. If you want to visit, it's 301 East 2nd Street, and that's in Jamestown, New York, and we are Suite 101. We're the ground floor of the Lynn Building.
And that used to be a post office building, right?
It did. It used to be a post office building. Yeah.
All right. And what ages do you cover?
All ages. We've had 3-year-olds taking lessons depending on the instrument, all the way up to 18 or even older if they're in college, still locally college. They can still take lessons as a student, and then we also have adult lessons. So really any age.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jamie, we got a minute. Anything you want to add?
Yes. And in addition to that, you don't have to be local to Chautauqua County to be a student. We have a student from Alaska currently.
What?
We have a student in Georgia. We have a student in Jersey. So people have seen us all over, and when COVID hit, we didn't miss one lesson. We kept going. We just did it digitally, and people have seen now that we can do this digitally, and so they've joined us from all over, and we can do it all over the world. If someone is interested, they can join our team. I wanted to make sure you guys knew that, so come on out.
I did the 12 Days of Christmas on Zoom the other day with my Rotary Club, and I made everybody take a part, like doing different gestures. Made a ball. So anything can be done if you want to, you put your mind to it. Okay, closing comments, anybody? Shane, you get the last word.
Creative problem solving is the name of the game, and we've found ways to keep the kids performing and keep them safe. I love that Allie mentioned our system of having different lesson rooms, so they're connected through microphones, so everybody's in their own room when they're doing a vocal lesson.
And a phone number?
716-664-0991.
Okay. Dom, Jamie, Ellie, Shane, Grandma, Mom, thank you for coming to the studio today and sharing your skills and your talents. Really enjoyed it. Really, really did. Thank you so much. and I wish you the very best, and hopefully I'll see you again, either on the big screen or here again. All right, folks, that's a wrap for Chautauqua Sunrise. I'm Doc Hamels. My guests today have been folks from the Infinity Performing Arts program in Jamestown, and next week we are taped, so don't call in, because nobody's going to be here to answer it. No elves, nobody. And I wish you the very best with your family, and have a nice, warm, safe Christmas, Hanukkah, and so forth. Take care. We'll see you next year. Bye-bye.